This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
When starting any course, everyone wants, at least, somewhere deep down in their heart, to be a good student. However, some high school students do not know what it is like to be a good student. Of course, grades and ratings are the first thing that come to people's minds, which is an important aspect of being good. Nevertheless, it is important to pay attention to other areas as well. At this point, it is necessary to note that delinquent behavior or different types of self-expression are mainly associated with bad personalities rather than bad students. This paper includes a brief comparison of features of good and bad students in terms of achievements, performance, and participation in extracurricular activities. As has been mentioned above, students' achievements help them and other people understand how successful they are. Good students perform well and receive high scores. Moreover, they often participate in different competitions and receive awards and rewards. In contrast to these people, bad students mainly receive satisfactory or very low scores. They do not take part in any competitions, and if they do, their names are at the end of the participants' ratings. Bad students do not receive any awards, but they are often a reason for worry. Teachers and parents often meet to discuss their non-existent achievements. Apart from achievements, students' performance is another important area to consider. Good students perform well in all disciplines and areas. They are very active during discussions, and they contribute a lot when working on projects. Good students do all the assignments and often ask the teacher a dozen of questions. Bad students often regard these questions and any interaction with teachers as something shameful. Bad students rarely participate in discussions and can just answer, reluctantly, the teacher's questions. Such learners often cut classes and fail to submit assignments on time. Bad students pay little attention to instructions and do not ask questions even if they do not understand some points. Finally, students have different opinions regarding the life of their academic establishment. Good students manage to be a member of several circles and teams. They participate in all the competitions and parties trying to glorify their class or the entire school. Good students are often active volunteers helping different groups of people living in their neighborhoods. Bad students' behavior is very different from the one described above. Bad students do not like to associate themselves with their class or school. They may participate in some extracurricular activities, but this participation is often occasional. These students do not like any competitions or volunteer work and try to avoid taking part in such events. To sum up, good and bad students can be compared in terms of their achievements, performance, and their being a part of the community. The major difference between them is the level of commitment and effort invested. Good students are very active and visible, while bad students are not very active in their academic life. Good students have a positive image and often become role models for younger generations who study at their school. Bad students can be easily forgotten and even unnoticed. Of course, it is necessary to remember that various aspects can be analyzed, like behavior or appearance. However, the areas used in this paper are central to the academic performance and the overall academic life of students. If you want to find more works like this essay on good students versus bad students, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects.